from the Black Copper Marin and Barred Rock.
I know you like the Marins.
Yeah, I do. And Gold Sexling.
Gold Sexland.
Gold Sexling. And a color pack. And a color pack is what they've been doing where they've been using crossbreeding, I guess. Those chickens that lay colored eggs.
Mm-hmm.
So you might get blue eggs, pink eggs, green eggs, white eggs.
Oh, out of the same chicken.
Out of the same, I'm going to say litter. Clutch, but, you know, and you'll, Dora B, she's not in here. She's yellow, and her sister Maddie, well, because I got, who's brown, they're color packs that you just pick a chick out of the, so there's a color pack in there that's brown.
Now, is there a certain way to tell from what color the hen is and what color the egg's going to be?
No, you tell that by their earlobes.
Earlobes. I know you mentioned that before.
Yeah, their earlobes will let you know if they're going to have brown or white eggs or colored eggs. And Abby, the little black chick, she carries some light underneath down. She will be a black hen. That's one of our old ladies. She's 7 years old.
Do you have any tips for people owning chickens?
Owning chickens? Clean water, clean area, clean coop. We clean the coop every day. So fresh water every day. Sunshine, being able to get out on some grass, space. Handling. I don't handle them a lot, but I handle the chicks every day. It's just be mindful of, I watch them every day, and that, as Dr. Che pointed out, do they look alert? Are their heads up? Are their tails up? Are they interested in their surroundings? So when I let them out and I give them some scratch to watch them peck around, that gives me an opportunity to see how they're doing, how they're feeling. And it's always been at that case when I've noticed the hen that begins to isolate herself and then look into what do we need to do. And anyway, I guess that's it.
What about having the chicks in here versus don't a lot of people keep chicks like in their house while they're little?
And some people brood in the garage. Our first hens at this little farm here, we brooded in the garage, and then we thought about, well, what if we brood the chicks next to the hens, in that they see each other, because one thing with littles and bigs is that the bigs don't like the littles, and there's the danger that they can kill them. So we do a transition here. And it's also easier to care for from here, right in the barn. Everything's here. And this brooder comes out. Anyway, so the big girls, that's Dottie. I don't know if you can see her in the shade. The big girls see the littles. The littles see the big girls. And then right now they're about 2 weeks old, and when they're about 10 weeks old, we put in what is called a halfway house. And that goes underneath this area right here, and it's made of this same hardware cloth, and it has 2 ins and outs that are sized for the chicks. And so the chicks explore, and then they can get away from the big girls.
So it's like a small opening that only they can fit through?
Right, that they can fit through. So that gives them an opportunity to get out of the big girls' way.
Mm-hmm.
And they also learn, the littles, learn, like they map the coop, and they know where all the edges are, and they learn how it works. And Dottie is a very opinionated chicken. What is it, girl? Anyway, eventually the littles, as they mature, they figure out where the ramp is, and then they go explore, out for just a little bit, back in, and I'll call it mapping. They learn where all the edges are and how it works. And eventually, they're big enough that they can put up with the picking on that the other hens do. And
Pecking order?
pecking order is definitely a thing with chickens. You will have a top chicken, number one chicken, and a number two. There's not two number ones. There's a one number one chicken and on and down. And Dottie is not exactly a number one, but she's kind of high up in there. Hi, baby girl. Oh, there's an egg.
There's an
right there.
egg down there.
Thank you for letting us know.
Really see it.
And pecking order also will show itself in the roost. The higher the roost, that's the higher the pecking order typically. And the pecking order, there is there's something I call corrections that little bigs will do to littles when they're out and about to let them know. No, you don't bother me. You don't come near me. And then the littles.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to scare you.
As the littles as they gain their confidence and some size, that's Iris right there. She's molting. So she's not at her prettiest. So we try to make sure that the littles have a safe environment to mature. They need to feather out before they can deal with the heat, with the cold. That's why there's a heat lamp. Some people don't advocate a heat lamp because it can be dangerous if it's not secured. And so that's a little, it's called an Eco Glow, and it is heated. And so it's just like it's a metal plate in there, and it's heated, and so the littles also go under there sometimes when they want to feel safe, and it's like going under mom.
Awesome.
And hi, Iris, what's up?
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.